showing you your future, or God is showing you your life, or a prophet's life is not their own. That's why in scripture we see things like God asking Hosea to marry a prostitute to illustrate something, or God asking the prophet Ezekiel to lie on one side for almost a whole year and not to move and God even being specific on what he's going to eat, and some of the stuff God is instructing him to eat is terrible stuff, and he's now telling God, have I sinned against you? Is this why you're making me do this? Or when God is telling Ezekiel, your wife is going to die tomorrow, or when God is telling Isaiah that you're to name your children these names so that their names are a prophecy to Israel. As a prophet, your life is not yours. So God can choose. There are things God has showed you, and for lack of understanding, you have reasoned that He was talking to you about your life. Or there are things you've been through and you've assumed they're a foreshadowing or a foretelling of what your own life will be, and yet God was simply using those things to show you. And some of you, God has been testing your capacity to receive, your capacity to carry, your capacity to walk with Him as a friend. You trust, there are friends you trust, friends you tell everything, friends you expose your nakedness to, friends with whom you're not ashamed, friends that you're not afraid will judge you, friends that you talk to about everything that's in your heart. There is revelation, there is knowledge you have access to simply because of your proximity to God, simply because you're walking with Him. He's looking at something, and because you're with Him, you see it too. So God has been testing some in the realm of what you're able to carry, but also He's been sifting hearts in the sense of, the closest example I can find is Moses. Israel has been judged. God is telling Moses, get out of the way. Let me kill these people. They're not